Ready Player One, blow the dust off the cart. Mario Heart, Sonic on the run. Green Hill Zone in the dark, Link with the master start. Breaking all the pots for fun. Jump cut to GTA, stealing rides down the block. Saints Row, color spread, chaos on the crosswalk. Pac-Man in my head, waka waka through the map non-stop. I grew up on pixels and rage quits. Man, Street Fighter bruises on my thumbs again. Mortal Kombat shouting with my friends. Finish him! Doom in the basement, doors locked in. Every save file felt like home. From Halo rings to Tatooine sandstorms. My whole life's one long continuous screen. Yeah, video games raised me. Video games raised me. Vault door, Fallout night, blasting roaches in the hall. Skyrim sky in my eyes, shouting dragons off the wall. TMNT on the floor, tasking nunchucks, living room roll. Power Rangers after school, jump kick off the couch. Spider-Man web sling cool, Red Dead horses heading south. Final Fantasy 7 heartbreak, cloud in my head, can't log out. I grew up on pixels and rage quits. Man, Street Fighter bruises on my thumbs again. Mortal Kombat shouting with my friends. Get over here! Doom in the basement, doors locked in. Every save file felt like home. From Halo rings to Tatooine sandstorms. My whole life's one long continuous screen. Yeah, video games raised me. TikTok digging down, pong-ponging off the screen. Pokemon teams and trading cards. WWE slamming the ring. Nintendo dreams, Sega scream. Xbox, PlayStation war. PC glow at 3 a.m. One more match, then one match more. I grew up on pixels and rage quits. Man, Street Fighter bruises on my thumbs again. Mortal Kombat shouting with my friends. Finish it! Doom in the basement, doors locked in. Every save file felt like home. From Halo rings to Tatooine sandstorms. My whole life's one long continuous screen. Hit restart and play again with me. Video games raised me. Video games raised me. Ready Player One.
And if that song does not get you pumped every time you hear it, why are you here? It's a game night on Random Nonsense.
Every time.
Talk about RPGs and have the best time. But weirdly enough, tonight, it kind of synced in together like this. We have two guests, not just one. First, we have our friend John, who's usually in the chats, but going to be here on camera tonight with us. And then, weirdly enough, we have the one and only, and our friend and director, Mr. Travis Lander.
Woo!
Welcome, boys. Welcome.
Hello, gentlemen.
How's it going?
And of course, we got Rich, as always, and JJ, the ringleader.
Although you would know it's me because my name is changed on the show tonight.
Yeah, I wondered about that. What's up with the Archie Phillips?
So the Archie Phillips is I did this because we're talking about RPGs, and every time I play an RPG game and I make my own characters, anytime I play a game that lets me name a character, that's what I named all my characters.
I like that.
I have no idea where the name came from. I just thought of it out of the blue. So anytime I've played a game like Sims, Starfield, Skyrim, Fallout, Oblivion, Sims, like every character starts. Even sports games where I get to make my own like athlete. Archie Phillips.
Archie Phillips. I love it.
Diablo 2.
I've had a few characters named Archie, but sometimes that name doesn't work with every character.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Fair. It's kind of cool though. Like you have like a set name that you use.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you did that because I did the same thing. So when I was a kid, I never had a first name. Anyone who ran into me always called me by
Stammerman?
my last name. No, Emer, you asshole.
Oh, sorry.
But it's the name that stuck, and it's the name I still use for any like thing I make on like in a game. That's the name I give them. There's no any other name. It's just Emer every time. So it's kind of funny you did that because that's why I did that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now I kind of see why we friends.
And like I said, you can go and look at any game I have, like every character you could load it, and that's kind of why I put like the thing underneath where it says well-traveled guy, because like Archie Phillips has been through a lot of stuff.
Sure.
He's been through
Archie Phillips has seen some shit.
Oh yeah,
In there, done that.
Yeah, RPGs. So let's go, man. Who wants to start on this one?
All right, so let's talk about what was your first ever RPG and what got you into the genre of playing RPGs?
The Legend of Zelda.
Is that an RPG though? Because you already have a preset character though.
But it's an action RPG.
Role-playing game.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's considered role playing.
RPG.
I thought that it's just like an action adventure because granted, yeah, you can change Link's armor, but you can't really.
But there's no like stat allocations or anything like that.
Yeah, I guess I can give you that.
I'm gonna pass this down to Travis because I feel like he's got one, and I want to know what he's thinking of because I keep seeing.
Well, no, I was just thinking about Zelda, but then I was also thinking, I think if we went with Link, number 2, that's more RPG than action adventure because you do level up, you have skill points, you have different things you have to acquire.
Very true.
And it's open world.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
I would say for mine it was Final Fantasy 2 on the Super Nintendo was my first RPG, and I was
was Tui's.
What
that
is
was
this?
Tui's.
And I was hooked. Like, so many great memories. Just
I have that downstairs. It's a fantastical game.
about you,
Rich,
John?
what about you?
I think if we're talking about RPGs where you get to like make your character from top to bottom, it would be Fallout 3.
Oh, great game. That's my favorite of the Fallout.
I was gonna bring that up later. I said I was gonna bring that up later.
And you want to know what's funny? The only reason why I ever played Fallout is because I saw when Fallout 3 first came out, it was on the cover of Game Informer back in the day. And like that was the cover. I knew nothing about Fallout, and I thought the cover of the game, because the game was the game cover where it's just in the power armor.
T-45, the power armor. Yeah,
that was on the Game Informer, and I thought just the cover looked cool, and I had no idea about it, and I just ended up loving it.
Johnny, what about you, buddy?
So I hated RPGs when I first started playing video games. I was more of a racer guy.
Okay.
But I gotta say, my first one that actually got me into it was the first Diablo. When that first came out, it was a blast. That, and then of course the original Fallouts, but mostly the first Diablo.
Nice.
It was just, I think it was kind of before its time. I think when it came out, for like all the other ones were more of seemed like they're still 8-bit compared to 8-bit style compared to like Diablo itself when it first came out. So,
well, that's fair. That's fair. Trav, did you answer it, or did you just pipe in?
Well, I was Diablo's a huge one for me. Mostly Diablo 2, but that was during my time when I was like in junior high school. So that was like my big go-to. But my first real like sit-down RPG was probably Baldur's Gate 2 on PS2. That was my one what really got me in, and that made me start reading the books.
Bless you.
And stuff. And then Legend of Legaia is my one that really sucked me in, and it was different. I tried to do like Legend of Dragoon and all that stuff. I was like, I just want to play. It was just the one that really drew me into the open world going, storytelling, and then choice on how you do it. It's just great.
And the fishing mini games were great too. Tui's, like I said, we literally have a hard copy of that downstairs. Tui purchased it and is playing it now. Close to
wait
being
till he gets to the mountaintop. He'll rage quit a couple times.
No, he's a sit down and I'm gonna do this. He's a very tenacious RPG gamer and a fairly large completionist.
And Pam says she plays
Plays Ragnarok. I've never heard of Ragnarok.
So it's an old PC game that only runs on DOS.
Nice.
So you got to have like an old
Oh, so we're
computer to
talking
play
like
that.
King's Quest, Space Quest.
Yep.
Fucking
Yes.
Eric the
Police Quest.
Unready.
Oh yeah, dude, the
Mist,
Uninvited,
Monkey Island,
Mist,
all those
oh,
great games.
Secret of Monkey Island. Oh, well, that's
Monkey
more,
Island's such a good game.
It is, but I don't
That's
consider
narrative
that
though.
RPG. That's not really an RPG, but a
Yes,
great game
this is
nonetheless. Nonetheless,
I'm busy.
I just want to, and I know I'm a huge Super Nintendo advocate.
Be on in a minute.
Super Nintendo was a goddamn RPG machine.
You're
I
not
think
old,
there were
Tom,
more phenomenal RPGs put out for the Super Nintendo than any other system. I mean, Sega was pretty good. They had like Phantasy Star and a few other ones, but Super Nintendo was churning those things out.
What do you have for us then?
Dude, you got Illusion of Gaia, which is a fucking amazing game. It's probably the first video game I ever ugly cried to at the end, just because it was like beautiful and sweet but sad. It was very it's, if you haven't played it, like however you have to play this game, if you like RPGs, play it, and you're welcome in advance. You got Earthbound, which is a highly coveted very expensive Super Nintendo game. Came out pretty late in the life of Super Nintendo, in the life cycle of that, and there weren't a whole lot of them sent to the United States, which is why this commands such a high price. Even just for the card, this goes about $400, roughly thereabout. You got fucking and SquareSoft was behind a lot of them. So, in which Chrono Trigger, this is one of the best games ever made, arguably. There's like 60 something different, or maybe not that much, but there's like a ton of different endings to the game, which is wild. You got fucking Secret of Mana, a fantastic multiplayer game.
Great game.
On that, absolutely. You got Super Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars, which is a fucking fantastic SquareSoft Nintendo game where you play as Mario and other people in like timed battle, or
that actually was a really fun. I forgot about that one actually.
Oh
That's
yeah, you got fucking what do we got here? I think this is Terranigma, which was never actually released in the United States. It's part of a trilogy with the Illusion of Gaia. And this game that I'm about to talk about, Soul Blazer, which was like the first one in the trilogy, and they're not like sequels; they're just kind of spiritual successors. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
And then, of course, you got The Secret of Mana 2, Seiken Densetsu 3, technically is what it was called in Japan. One of the games I have yet to play, but is highly recommended. And then you have the Final Fantasies, which I have downstairs. So Super Nintendo was just churning these things out. Like some of the greatest RPGs you can fucking name were mostly on the Super Nintendo, as far as retro games go. But I just blew my wad on all that. So thank you guys for indulging me.
Oh, absolutely.
What about like if you had to pick like an all-time favorite RPG that you go back to, what would it be?
Probably Chrono Trigger.
John said Elden Ring. We already know it's Elden Ring. For me, I feel like it's any, and if it's not Cyberpunk, it's anything that Bethesda makes. I can't tell you how many times I've restarted Fallout 4 or restarted Skyrim or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Travis?
Biggest one for me is from Bethesda. Oblivion is my all-time perfect. Like I love Skyrim, but Oblivion was the first like eye-opening to that type of game.
Okay.
and it just blew my mind. Like, it gave no hints, nothing. It just drops you and says, "Here's the world, have fun."
Right.
And now I'm Crimson Desert, which I am the Crimson Dessert. Crimson Desert is actually really starting to inch up on Oblivion. Like, I'm over 200 hours in. I am thoroughly just enjoying it.
See, no, that's what I love about RPGs. If I may, just real quick, is I love that's a genre of games that you're going to get your fucking money's worth out of.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? Because they typically have, you know, not limitless, but a whole lot of replay value to them.
Yeah.
And play time to them, which is fantastic. Because you buy a shitty $60 game and you're like, you beat it in 10 hours. Like, that was nice, but now I'm done and there's really nothing left to do. RPGs, however, they're like, new game plus, where you start basically with your stats from when you fucking beat the game the first time. Mm-hmm. Or like, there's just, other quests or other, lots of different things to do. So yeah, I think RPGs are that one genre of video games where you can absolutely feel that you will get your money's worth on.
Shit, in most RPGs, 10 hours only gets you like fucking 8% of the story.
Exactly. Yeah.
10 hours is level 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, I think the first 10 hours of Starfield, I only completed probably like 12% of the main story, and I was barely level 10. I think maybe I was level 8 by then.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Great stuff.
I have problems with Starfield. I streamed the whole game. I played the entire game from start to finish. That was the most boring game I've ever played in my entire life. Yeah. I don't know how everybody's like it's a masterpiece. In my personal opinion, it was empty, loading screens upon loading screens, and it's like I went to this planet and there's nothing.
Yeah, but they fixed it recently.
So doesn't mean they fixed it when it first came out. That's not a good line.
It's a Bethesda game. Do you really expect Bethesda to release a game on day one with no bugs?
That's not broken as shit. Yeah,
it takes Bethesda at least 6 months to a year to be like, oh shit, we didn't put enough in this game. We need to go back and add more stuff.
And or let's just dump it on the modders.
I have a huge problem with all of that. I don't think they should release a game if it's that fucking broken.
Yes,
I agree.
Period.
Yep.
Just like if you release a game and you have DLC that comes out 3 months later, that means it was ready for the fucking game. I don't pay for DLC anymore.
Yep.
I don't do it. I'm like, I'll play the game how it was meant.
I think the worst thing that Bethesda did with any of their video games recently was when they released Fallout 76 and they had no NPCs. It was all robots.
Yeah.
And then so many people complained that there was no NPCs. And then look what they did. 1 year on the 1 year anniversary, they revamped the entire map, put NPCs in, put settlements in there, and then everyone's like, oh shit, this is just a regular. Everyone's like, oh, it's like Fallout 4, but you can play with your friends.
Yeah.
Well, I'm mad about what they're doing with this Switch 2 thing right now, where they're selling boxes with physical digital codes for games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And Bethesda just released like, oh, it's the Ultimate Editions. And it's like, and they even said in their ad, physical digital codes. I'm like, who wants to buy an empty box?
Nobody. And here's the problem with that also is that you're not buying the game. You're licensing the game, basically. You don't own that game. So if they pull the game, you don't own it anymore.
Yep.
That's why I like physical discs and tangible products, because if they pull that shit and you're just like, well, I'm asked out. Like that happened with so many games on my, going back to Xbox 360 real quick. Back in the day, I had the Simpsons arcade game, which was released on Xbox 360, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game and shit, which subsequently got pulled for DRM rather than just the licensing ran out. So I didn't own the game anymore. Was deleted from my library. Wasn't available anymore. And Microsoft still had my money, and I couldn't play a game that I had paid money for. And I'm just like, yeah. And that happened multiple times on things. Which
that's like me in the Deadpool game on the PlayStation 4. I bought it online, but now that they pulled it, I can't play it. But it still shows up in my fucking thing that I own it, but I can't download. I'm like, but I never finished it. I want to finish the fucking game.
You can you can go buy the physical disc for $100 on eBay and play it.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not spending $100 on a Deadpool game. Fuck that. I mean, it wasn't that good, but I still want to like actually beat it. Like I wanted to beat it the first time.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth $100. Still a fun
not
game,
at all.
No, that's also like
$89 on Legend of Legaia, whatever y'all call it.
Yeah.
That's a game that's worth that kind of money.
Yeah, but I paid $89 for that and bought a PlayStation just to play it.
Well, we were lucky because we have a PlayStation 2, like my old PlayStation 2 Slim. Like we have a shit ton of old retro systems and a CRT television to play them on downstairs. Which was kind of nice. So all two, and I didn't even buy it, but so it's what Tui paid for the disc and for the game because it's CIB, and it's still got that good smell to it. And I know you people know what I'm talking about when you would fucking crack a manual and you'd smell the chemicals from the printing and the ink, and it would have that smell to it. See, everybody here knows what I'm fucking talking about. It still kind of got that too, which is awesome because it's an old game, but.
Going back to like what Travis said, what Nintendo's doing with like the physical, just the box and the code, and how there's nothing in here. The last 3 Capcom games have been, which a lot of the studios are not doing. The last 3 Capcom games, the games have been printed on the discs. It's not just a download, which means you can download them offline and play them offline. So it was the last Monster Hunter. Resident Evil 9 and Pragmata. All of them were all printed on the disc, so that way, like if you had no internet, or if God forbid if you owned it digitally and the license would go away, but if you have the physical disc, you still own it.
Play it.
Yep.
Yeah, stop killing games, guys.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah.
We have
John, what do you think
now? By the way, can I just throw that out there real quick?
I'm a big advocate for digital for some reason recently. But
really,
I talk to Rich every day. Well, I have Game Pass on Xbox, so I really only play Game Pass. I only play free games. I don't spend money on games very often, but when I do, I'll do my best to try to buy a physical copy. But Rich is trying to convince me that you're supporting the
studio
developer and the studio and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't care. I just want to play the game. But I get it. With the licensing and stuff going away, like I'll be pretty upset if they take Elden Ring away from me.
Yeah, I mean,
I will go out and buy a digital or a physical copy of it though, so I can play it. But
that's why I bought Starfield physically, because at least like supporting like a studio that I rank probably at number 1. I feel like sometimes Bethesda and Ubisoft are tied sometimes, because Ubisoft, I mean, granted, Ubisoft has been going downhill lately, but they've made some good games. But I'll always try to buy a game. Like I'm not just gonna buy it without looking at it first. But but every Bethesda game that's come out recently, I have no issues with. And then the only Ubisoft game I've had an issue with lately, which was Skull and Bones.
I hated that game.
But like as much as people hated Assassin's Creed Shadows, I love Shadows. I sat there and played Shadows for like close to 100 hours and beat it.
Would that be an RPG game?
Assassin's Creed, of course it is. Even that, so Assassin's Creed goes down as the same as Zelda, even though you don't get to create your own character, but you still have to rank up your stats. You can change your armor, you can change your weapons. That's the same kind of like mentality as Zelda would be.
I'll allow it.
And that's also the same thing with Cyberpunk. You don't get to name your character, but you get to change. You get to change V's outfit. You get to
choose
change
the
their
wiener size, too.
appearance. What?
Yeah, that's true. That's
And-
true. The wiener size.
Yeah, the wiener size.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so that, like Cyberpunk, RPG game, can't name your character, but you can change appearance, change clothes, change weapons, change attributes, and all that stuff.
So, and in that spell, you would say Saints Row and Grand Theft Online are both RPGs because you could do all of those things.
Yep.
You level up, you buy new stuff, you keep going on and on and on. So, would that Saints Row and Grand Theft not be an RPG then?
Especially because in Saints Row, because I mean, you can name your character in Saints Row, but they always just call you boss no matter what. And but you can always pick a name, and then again that's a game where you can pick a name, change outfits, change attributes, change weapons.
Fair enough.
And then
GTA Online,
and like you said, Grand Theft Auto Online, you can buy properties, buy cars, buy weapons, change your character's appearance, change their clothes. It's just that you don't have a name, so
yeah, that's more of a MMORPG.
yeah.
Is that how you say MMORPG?
Yeah, you got it. Yep.
Multi-man online, yeah. That's well, Diablo is like that. Diablo is an MMORPG. It's a multi-man online, but that's there's a difference between there are PvP RPGs and then there's PvE, and then so it just all depends on what you want to play.
I think Guild Wars was a good combination of PvE versus PvP. And I'm going back now. Guild Wars was released a while ago. And it was definitely an RPG, inarguably. But there was a real good, I mean, it kind of leaned heavy towards the PvP, but it wasn't necessary. And they didn't really totally shove it down your throat.
That's kind of like Diablo. Diablo doesn't. Diablo has both. Diablo has PvP and PvE, but they don't push the PvP the PvP down your throat. I mean, you can sit there and like when you look at the Diablo 4 map, there's an entire map of regions you go to, and then there's two PvP areas. And you don't have to go to those areas if you don't want to. The only time you actually really need to do it is if there is quest lines that require you to be there, or I'm pretty sure Diablo 4 had achievements and trophies where you just had to kill 5 players. Which then again, if you have someone to play with, you and your friend could just go to the PvP area and just kill each other 5 times and then get the trophy or achievement. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I stay out of PvP.
Yeah, I do too. Trust me, I don't go to that PvP area. Nope. There are
it's not very forgiving.
No, they're not. The players in there, they'll literally just come up to you and just literally tap a button and you're dead.
Or just look at you and you're dead. It's crazy.
So what would you consider a good tabletop RPG?
I mean, Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons
is at the top of that list.
Cyberpunk started as a tabletop.
There's a lot of Cthulhu games that are tabletop that are rad.
And then even going back to last week for board games, I mean, you look at Risk. Risk was a tabletop.
Yep.
Warhammer.
Yep. What did we say? Silver Screams, right, Trav?
Yep. I'm about in that same frame of mind. So
yes, sir. Same. I would not be able to. It was the Harbinger because he went har har when he laughed. Remember that shit? That was pretty good.
Let me ask you guys this, since I'm not a big tabletop guy.
Yes,
but what is better for you guys? Would you rather play a tabletop where you just buy the stuff and everything is pre-done for you, or would you rather buy a tabletop like because Cyberpunk and Warhammer were like this, where you bought the tabletop stuff, you bought the figurines, and then you had to paint them and customize them how you wanted to. What would you rather do? Would you rather spend the time to sit there and paint them, or would you rather just buy it already done for you and then just set it up and make the backstory and just play it as is?
I'd rather paint them.
I would too. I think that would be fun because that makes them like what you want them to be. So they're like only you. Travis?
So
Am I the DM?
The dungeon
Yeah,
master?
yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
you're the dungeon master.
Well, if I'm the DM, I'm gonna create my own stuff. But if I'm just here to play and I'm not guaranteed to be like there for a long time, yeah, I'm just gonna buy the pre-painted stuff. Be like, because
Okay,
if I'm gonna play as something, that means I'm actually because I know nothing about Warhammer. I
don't
just
either.
know it's people that I admire and look up to like Warhammer. That's all I know.
Yes, I don't understand Warhammer.
It's
they got video games that are pretty fun to play. It's about all I
Yeah,
know.
like the Warhammer game on like PlayStation, Xbox. That's fun, but I don't understand the tabletop. The only tabletop that I understand is Dungeons and Dragons, because I know if you have Dungeons and Dragons, you have a dungeon master, and then you have your classes, and then Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's tabletop is just like D&D, but instead of a dungeon master, the dungeon master is the narrator of the story, and then you have to just, you have to do everything that the narrator suggests. Kind of like what Baldur's Gate does, where you have to go based off of what the narrator tells you to do.
yeah.
I just base my life off of what Travis and JJ tell me to do.
They're your narrators.
They're my real life DMs.
I played a X-Men version of Dungeons and Dragons years and years ago. And it was probably the most fun and the most annoying game I've ever played because, like, you don't think about it. Like, when you play normal Dungeons and Dragons, it's like, it's Dungeons and Dragons, but now you're in the world of the X-Men and you're in
Villains and vigilantes.
today's world. Yeah, like, it blew my mind. But it was the most fun and most annoying game I've ever played in my life.
You know what? What was a good online like an MMORPG that doesn't get a lot of credit, and I don't even know if it's still active, but it was
Heroes?
like everybody played this when it was free. I forget what it was, but it was a DC superheroes. Like, it was an RPG. It was online.
The DC Superheroes.
Oh,
That's exactly what
I
it was.
remember that.
Yeah, it was a free
Yeah, I
download on
remember
every
that.
console.
It was like a free download, like on everything, on Steam, on PlayStation, Xbox.
That's a
like,
deep cut. That was a long time ago.
yeah, I don't even know if that's even still
It's
active.
not.
I was
It
like,
is.
It's
No,
City
it's
of
not.
Heroes.
yeah,
and
City of Heroes. Yeah.
Oh.
It was like, I was thinking, like,
Because
City
that
of
went down around the same time that Gazillion lost Marvel Heroes, which was my RPG of choice at the time. I spent, and I mean thousands of hours. I'm talking about every raid, everything, like guild, everything. I loved that game.
Oh.
Those
You know-
glasses look great on you, sir. May I just say?
What's that?
The glasses look great on you.
I just got
proper.
a lot of screens in my face all day. Just
Proper.
blue blockers.
You know what?
Blockers, yeah.
You know what? You want to see a deep cut of an RPG that's still active, and I didn't even know this was still active until Dee found it on her computer, and it's on the PlayStation.
There you go, JJ.
Wizard 101.
Never even heard of that.
I don't think I heard of it either. And then she had showed it to me, and it's just like it's like Harry Potter before Harry Potter.
It's old school. It's good.
It's very old.
Okay.
I've never played that.
It's still active on PC, and I'm pretty sure it's free on PlayStation. Like, if you go on PlayStation 5, you could download a free version for the PlayStation 4.
Okay.
But it's not free on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo wants like $10 for it.
Because
Nintendo wants all
they
your
like
money.
that money.
Nintendo wants all your money, yes.
Yeah, they do. And they know they're going to get it, so, like, it doesn't even matter.
All of your money belong to them.
Oh, nice deep cut, John.
Yes.
Why are you not
Yeah.
here more often, sir? Why are you not here more often? I got that the moment you said that.
I'm here every show.
Yes.
Yes,
No,
you
but I
are.
mean right here with us doing this.
John's
I'm
John,
camera shy.
John's gonna be our new fourth co-host every Wednesday.
Oh, come on now,
He's
bro. I
getting
might have to
close
get a
to
job
it.
soon.
It's the more stuff he spits out. Yeah, he's getting real close.
I'm gonna have to get a job, so I don't know.
I wanted to point out to Travis real quick too that these tamales better be delicious, sir.
They will
And
be.
I have no basis for comparison, so
Yeah, so
They will be.
I'm excited. I'm
My
excited.
dad called to confirm the order because he was like, "Did you say you need 12 dozen?" I was like, "No, I don't
No,
need 12 dozen."
Hefty needs 12 dozen.
Where is it that you guys are going?
San Antonio.
Texas.
This is the San Antonio trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Travis's dad has like all the accoutrements to make delicious homemade tamales, which I've never had a tamale. But I am being told that these are the bee's knees, so I'm excited. I'm a very food motivated person.
Aren't we all?
PLCs.
Yeah. But Travis has sent me pictures of food that I'm like, all right, when I'm down there, I gotta get this. I gotta get
Like
this.
that big ass burger. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to eat all of it.
It's almost like I'm making a food trip.
And be like,
It's-
why?
Yeah, it's almost like I'm making a food trip vlog and subsequently shooting a movie while I'm down there. So it's a win-win.
We should do that. Like I will film you while you eat new food.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm bringing my camcorder. This is gonna be great.
There you go.
Wait,
You guys.
Travis said we were going to talk about the new movie. We're here to talk about RPGs.
Sorry, right. I'm sorry. I do
See
love
how
RPGs.
good I was being? I didn't say anything.
I couldn't help it. I'm
So I know I don't think Hefty or Travis would be able to chime in on this, but I think John, and Josh could chime in. RPG WWE games.
I would say yes. You get to build
I mean,
your own
hold on.
person. You get to name them.
Hold on. If you get to do that with WWE, then ask me the same for Madden because you can create your own superstar or your own player
I mean
and all that
that,
stuff too. So
that's kind of why I said with like the Archie Phillips thing, because I put that name on everything, especially like in WWE. I make a wrestler name that. In Madden, I'll make a football player, whether it's Madden, hockey, soccer, basketball. Like
So, here's what I would say to that real quick is that I would probably separate at that point.
like
Now,
those
hear me
are
out.
more sports games.
You are
though.
allocating attribute points. Yes, you are able to name your character. Yes, but as far as sports games are considered and stuff like that, there's no narrative, there's no story, there's no character arcs.
But there is
That's
now.
not-
though.
that's-
You
that's-
like
that's-
build
that's
yourself
not-
up to
that's
like
not
go to the
necessarily
pros
that's not
and
necessarily true, because in NBA there is a story and there is a character arc, and your character does go.
Yeah, you
through
gotta shoot. You
stuff.
gotta play basketball. Like, okay.
Yeah, but in one of the NBAs,
Tell the
in
story.
one of the NBAs, you go through college, and then your best friend becomes your manager, and then he gets hit by a drug driver and he dies, and you got to go through that.
What?
Madden
Yeah,
recently,
that's when they
Madden
came out the
partnered up
prelude
with
thing.
Frostbite Studios, and they put a story mode in the newer Madden games where you have to go through that, where you have to I think it was like the last Madden where you go through college, and then you got to go up against like your best friend to take a spot and be on the team, and that's like how you get drafted and whatnot.
Okay. All right. Let me try to.
I want to hear.
I get it. I will
Travis's
respect
thought.
that.
I wanna hear Travis's thought.
I will absolutely respect that answer. But to me, RPGs, there's a lot of. You could argue suspension of disbelief for either side of that, whether you're a character on a fucking football team that has to go to college and da 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 da. But I mean, as far as like things where you're fighting dragons and you're fucking, doing all this fantasy stuff, I think that would define would fall more into an RPG.
But it's a role playing games. So you're
Well,
in the
but you
role
could
of
argue
that
any game
character
that you play with a
playing.
character in it is an RPG then, because you're not you. You're assuming, unless it's like Wii Bowling or some shit like that, you know, where
But
it's
you're
like
still
make a
you
Wii.
then, because you name your character
Right.
and you make it. You're still you.
No.
So
But-
is it every game technically an RPG?
Well, this,
That's
like,
what I
this-
was just saying.
This is like what I said. I forget what topic we talked about a while ago, where they have games like this, but there's also that hidden element in the game. So just because it's a sports game, there is a hidden RPG element somewhere in that game that
So
you're
we'll call it a
not-
hidden RPG.
huh?
We'll call it a hidden RPG.
Yeah. That to me is like that, because again, with any sports game, you don't have to just play as your favorite team and then do all that. You can create your own character and you can do things. You can play. You can put yourself in that role. Especially
You
for
don't play
people
for
who
the
have like
Steelers
they've
in that.
always dreamed about playing football. Like, I can't play football in real life, so I'll create a character who can play football.
And now we'll hand it off to Travis, because I feel like he's got something brewing.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Yeah, I gotta hear his opinion on that one.
Sports games are not RPGs.
Thank you.
The anything would be Red Dead Redemption, not the online, just Red Dead Redemption would be an RPG. It's not an RPG. That is a narrative-driven story. It is you can walk one direction or the other, but you always end up in the same fucking place.
This is true.
You can say it's RPGs, but you don't have a choice in a sports game. You have to go through that section and say, this is it. That is a narrative-driven stat.
It's more linear than an RPG.
It's not made out of a choice, and you can't not go through it. So that would not be considered an RPG. I went through Cyberpunk, and I was one of the people that bought it day zero. So I had it first day when it was janky as fuck, and I still beat it. And I love the game.
You should get an achievement just for that. There should
I love
literally
the
be an
game.
achievement just for that.
And that is a true RPG. Just like anything that you're creating a character that's in a base model that has 16 different faces, that sort of thing. And it's like, but it's just the same thing. You're just making aesthetics different. It doesn't serve a purpose one way or the other. It does not. That's not an RPG. If I want to make a dwarf, I know he's going to be in heavy armor. I know he can't sprint.
He's gonna say, "Sit
There
the
are
fuck
choices
down."
that are made. If you just make somebody look a little bit leaner or a little bit cutter, we're not looking at huge stat boosts and stuff like that. There's not a huge difference. You cannot make somebody that's Muhammad Ali fighting Glass Joe. That game just doesn't allow you to do it. So therefore, not an RPG.
Glass
To be an
Joe.
RPG, I
Nice.
want godlike powers. I should be able to rule over. Fable did it perfectly. I want to be so good or so evil the people bow down and worship me, or they bow down and fear me. That's what an RPG is. Individual character. I'm not saying that you're completely wrong. I'm just saying that's my point of view.
That's fair,
That's what
man.
an RPG is to me.
And I
I
think
agree
it's
with it.
subjective too. Also, yeah.
Yeah, it's subjective. That's what I said. Anybody's
Yeah.
opinion. I'm just saying that's my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But that's kind of to bring this all together. Obviously, we all, when we question the validity of the genre of games, or like, do we consider this game? And we did this with board games and stuff too. It's like, is this a board game? Is this not a board game? Yeah, I think it's all subjective, man. And like nobody, there are no wrong answers. There's just different answers.
Well, I take, for instance, Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring, you go up there with just the puny stick. You start with the first horse guy, and you're like, oh, I got this, and you get smashed. But imagine if you skipped over that, went and leveled up, did crazy stuff, and you come back with a giant sword and you smash them, and it's just, you're like, oh, this is easy. I want, in a game for an RPG, I need to come back. I need to be able to come back to the start position and rock it with a fucking nuke. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the 1,000 boars in the opening area in the WoW episodes. Like, yeah, we got to kill all these people. Like, that to me is what true RPG is.
Yeah.
And John is a huge fan of Elden Ring.
I'm
Am
an
I-
Elden Lord. I'm a multiple time Elden Lord with pretty much the same character every time because I always tend to go back.
I got to the guy with the 2 swords riding around the little horse thing. I beat him, and to be quite honest, I just lost interest in the game. The story didn't draw me in. Like I was like, oh, the maiden, and not the maiden, but you know what I mean. The
Maidenless.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't care. I need something with a good narrative to draw me in. That's why stuff like Skyrim and stuff drew me in for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Like, oh, what am I doing? Oh, for this week, all I'm doing, I'm fucking the Assassin's Guild. I'm just going and slaughtering people.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me pull this board out from behind this boar head and just smash the guy in the front of his fireplace, and then sneak out without his guards seeing me. Ha ha ha. That's if you want the bonus.
Yeah, Elden Ring. If you're not really paying too much attention, you kind of drift into a little lull into the game. But my first playthrough of it was kind of intense. So I started challenging myself with counting how many deaths I had, figuring out the best build to have. Obviously, like in Elden Ring, you end up going back to the same build that you pretty much start with because it's what you're good with. So.
Yeah,
all right, Pam.
I remember getting
Talk
fucked
later.
up by a giant bird that popped out in the middle of the night, and it fucked me up royally. I'm like, man, fuck this game. I was just riding on my little horse thing.
It's definitely an anger trigger.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I'm not good with rage games. Scary games, y'all will see me scream and all that stuff. But rage games, Elden Ring and Dark Souls. I also like to play a game where I don't have to have a heart attack every time I play it. You know, sometimes not a cozy game, but it's like, hey, just give me a difficulty scale. I'll do this one save where I'm just like, this is where I can just go and cheese shit.
Yep.
Do you guys
I'm not a Dark Souls
favorite? Do you guys have a favorite dialogue option from any RPG game that you can remember? I have one, but I don't know if many people have picked this one. But it's from Fallout 4. It's when you're going through a building, and I think you have to talk to one of the synths, and the guy comes up to you and he goes, "Are you here for the synth?" And then you have the sarcastic option, and he goes, "No, I'm here to make a delivery. Large pepperoni pizza for fuck you." and then you get to shoot him.
Oh, that is a good one.
Oh,
my favorite dialogue. Sorry, I didn't know. My favorite dialogue is from actually the best narrative RPG ever, Mass Effect. Was when I decided to kill off the Krogan, and Rex was like, "But why would you do it?" It's like, and you could choose because I could. And that was it. And you just left it cold. And Rex was like your buddy from the very beginning. You're just like, fuck your whole race. But sometimes, I play RPGs 2 different ways too. Like if there's multiple branches, like if there's a light side, I played all the Fables going like all the good stuff. And then I just went to like the worst possible, just like I did Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep.
I played the good side, and then I was like, no, I want my skin all gray and cracked and my eyes glowing yellow. Like I want to be evil as fuck.
Yep.
And then if you want to, you can just play how you want. But I always try to go to the extremes. Like right now, I played Red Dead Redemption. I just finished it. I replayed it again, and I just went good the whole time. Like I didn't kill any bad guys. I just roped them, took them in. I didn't break any laws. Now I made mistakes.
What up, Jesus?
But it wasn't. It's because controls are stupid in my stone mind. But yeah.
One of my favorites is from a game that I never played, but my buddy Tumbles told me about it. It's in the beginning of a Far Cry game. I think it's Far Cry 3, where at the beginning of the game you are given an option, like the main antagonist is like talking shit to you or whatever, and you're tied up to this chair, and you can either break out of the chair or wait.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wait, you beat the game like right away. And it's like, wait, what? What? Like that's the greatest shit ever. It's like you just like have to wait and you'll beat the game. Like you don't even have to play the game to beat it. Like that's wild. Shitty as it is.
Every Far Cry does that, except for I don't know about 6 because I never played 6. But in 4, when Pagan invites you up to his house.
And
And sit you down for dinner, and he takes a phone call. When he leaves for the phone call, it gives you the option to get up and like search his house. If you don't get up, he'll come back and he'll tell you his entire plan of what he's going to do, and then the game ends.
Yeah.
And then in Far Cry 5, when you're playing the rookie and you have to arrest Joseph Seed, if you refuse to put the handcuffs on, you'll just the marshal will just like tell you to like put the handcuffs away. You'll leave the church, and then the game just ends.
Yeah.
There's an achievement for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
now I got to go play the Far Cry games.
All right.
Far Cry is a great franchise.
I got a couple questions. I'm sorry you didn't. So first is best Far Cry.
5.
You want 5?
5.
I've never played Far Cry.
Me either.
3 is my favorite. I like 3. 3 is my favorite.
I think
when they did the definitive edition. Now, favorite Fallout, you said 3, correct?
So Fallout 3 was my first, but 4 will always be my favorite.
New Vegas.
3.
New Vegas kicks ass. But 3 it is for me.
Elder Scrolls, what's your favorite?
Oblivion.
Skyrim. It was my first doodle into that world.
Wait, before we move on, did none of us? Because I didn't play it, but did none of us play Morrowind?
I own Morrowind, actually.
I never played it.
Never played it, but I own Morrowind.
Did I say Oblivion earlier when I meant Morrowind?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Morrowind was my first, where it just dropped me off, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, Morrowind was my opening to Elder Scrolls. That's why I was like, but Oblivion is my favorite out of all of them.
Oblivion was my like gateway into Elder Scrolls. I never played Morrowind, so
if you want, I love stuff where once you can make your own spells, and I would fly over an entire town, and I would drop a fireball. I'd be like, fireball, boom, and it would nuke the entire town. And then it would be like, you killed a quest giver. You killed a quest giver. You killed a quest giver. And I'm like, restart. And I would do that each time. Like, there's a lot of quests for me to do in this town. I love like, I'm levitating, but I made it to where it only costs 1 point. I just fly everywhere, just drop nukes.
Are you guys one of those people that will like let your intrusive thoughts win in RPGs, where you will just do something, quick save, do the thing you're gonna do, and then see what the repercussions are, and you're like, oh fuck, I didn't like that, and just reload the save.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that. Yep.
Fucking little saves coming never hurt anybody.
But with Crimson Desert, I am not doing that. I am not looking at guides or any of that stuff. I'm just experiencing it. Now, there's some puzzles where I've spent hours and then realized, oh, you can't complete this puzzle yet. And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
I want to. So, seeing as how I'm playing currently through a Super Nintendo RPG, and the last RPGs I've been playing through with guides, that brings up a really good topic. Because I feel when you play with guides, your attention is diverted between both the guide and the thing, and it kind of takes you out of the moment. And while for, awesome, weapons or defensive things or anything like that, it's great to use guides, but I think it absolutely takes away from you, just like Travis was saying, like, no guide, just fucking, what's up with this? What is this? That, you know what I mean? And just kind of going with that whole...
a Nightmare Before Christmas reference?
Yes, it was.
Wow, I thought that's what it was.
Yes.
Good job, Good job.
Thank you. But, I think that there's something to be said about playing the game like without the... I mean, even if you don't get everything and you don't get it spot on, you still can beat the game.
But you have half the people that are completionists, and they get an RPG so they can get everything in the game, get every second, every ounce of enjoyment. So if they use guides, like, because I don't usually use guides unless it's like I'm at the last like 10%, and I'm like, I cannot find this thing. I'm tired of looking. That's it. And I'll be like, what? I'll look. where the fuck is this trophy? And they're like, here. And I'm like, cool. And I'm like, good. I don't have to ever do that again. But I always try to do all the stuff myself. But when it gets to that last part, if it's just impossible and I've spent more hours than I'm enjoying the game, I'm like, that's not fun for me. Them guides are fine. If you want to platinum or 100% or whatever.
I tend to give myself a 30-minute rule when I'm trying to do something, whether it's a puzzle or if I have to look for things. If I'm searching around and if I can't find it within a half hour, I will just go and look it up and be like, and then sometimes I feel dumb because I literally will go look it up and I'm like, my character's here, and then the thing I need to find is like right here. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yep, yes, sir.
Or if it's a puzzle and I just didn't turn a dial one way or the right way, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's sometimes where I'm like one dial turn away from completing this puzzle.
I call those head slap.
I've overshot it.
I try to play the game fully first. At least get one full playthrough done before I start pulling out guides.
Yes.
The most recent game I played, Expedition 33. I didn't complete the game before I started to need to use some internet help, but yeah, I try to at least get to the game at least one time beforehand before I try to go and do the 100%.
Yeah, you have to. It's like that with modding.
Yep.
Too. Same principle. It's like I want to play the game vanilla before I go through and zazz it up.
Let me have the Doom codes.
I want to go in and get spanked multiple times before I try to figure it out.
Without them.
The what codes, Travis? I'm sorry.
The Doom codes, the IDDQD, IDSPOS.
Oh yeah,
like to walk through walls and stuff. He's like, you're just gonna like cheese the whole game and it defeats the purpose. So he made me beat the entire game before he'd tell me the codes. This was before we had internet to Google shit, and I didn't have Twitter or whatever to look up.
Everything. Had to wait for the weekly or the monthly magazine to come out to get
Would you get?
No, we were poor. We didn't get that shit. I remember one time
you go to the game store and look at
it. You go to the game store and look at it.
I've got one final question, and this is going to be a part of me and Travis because we're both the same person. Would the Arkham games be an RPG?
No.
Oh, no.
Nope.
No.
Well, why wouldn't they be? You have to level up as you go. You get add-ons to your armor. You progress the story. How was that not an RPG?
That's a narrative game.
It's more linear than an open world.
But you have
because that's a more linear. It's a linear.
There's no choices. You end up in the same spot, just like, and that's why Mass Effect 3 royally pissed me off before they fix the ending. They still didn't fix it, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm like all those choices I made, and it doesn't matter what you do, you end up in the same fucking spot. And it's like, why are you carrying stuff over from games from decisions that I actually painstakingly thought about? And then it's like, oh, all that stuff you did? Oh, Mass Effect 3, none of that shit matters.
Yeah, wasn't a Mass Effect guy, but played Dragon's Age, and same deal, like your save data would carry over from
Dragon's Age is great.
It's fantastic.
But I actually enjoyed Dragon Age 2 more than I'll enjoy Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, me too. 100%. 100%.
More hack and slash than positioning and all that shit. And I just get bored with after a while. That's why I don't like turn-based games a lot.
That's
I will say this. You trying to compare Arkham to an RPG is like saying God of War is like an RPG.
But it is though.
No.
Sure.
It's narrative.
You know what's funny?
I'm sorry, I'm just being an asshole.
Fallout 4
God of War's narrative. That is literally you have a character that's already pre-done. Yes, you can change his outfits and change his weapons a little bit, but that is a predetermined story that was created that you have to follow.
But with you saying that, before they put the add-ons to Fallout 3, that ended the same way. No matter what you did, you died at the end of that game.
Yep, and that's what I was going to say about Fallout 4.
But you didn't have thing. But you didn't have to follow that story. You could have done side missions before you did the story. A lot of those.
in all those other Batman games I just mentioned, you can do all the side missions before you do the main missions. You can
Okay,
collect all
I love
the
when
trophies.
JJ gets whiny. That's
The
my
answer
favorite.
is no. It is not an RPG.
Sorry, buddy.
Travis.
Sorry. JJ.
I'll take Travis's word on Arkham not being an RPG over everyone else.
I agree. It's an RPG.
But Fallout 4 was the same way. I mean, it kind of, and a lot of the Fallouts, and I will, to their credit, you know, I think Fallout 4 more specifically than any of the other ones, where it was like, yeah, you have all these options, but you just end up in the same place anyway.
Fallout 4 has like 6 endings.
But yeah, but no. Suck my dick.
Based on who you align
You know what?
with.
But the pipe gun sucks ass. So how about that?
The pipe gun definitely
Just
sucks
like
ass,
that.
yes.
Let's all agree on that.
It's like, guess what? I'm tired of looking through this pipe gun little scope that sucks ass. Give me some. Oh, thanks. More bottle caps.
Maybe
Where's the
choking on my own
fucking
spit
ghoul
over
that
here.
fucking takes the bottle caps so I can get some fucking ammo for the stupid pipe
Yes.
gun.
That's right.
Fallout
Oh,
3.
look,
That's
a death
always my
claw.
favorite
I'm
weapon in
dead.
Fallout 3.
Fuck you.
Now the death claws are super great because if you get the racing gun schematics, you shoot them in the leg with a poison dart gun, and that fucking disables their legs, so they literally just slow like George Romero zombie shuffle towards you, and you just take them the fuck out. Fallout 3, it's the best in.
But the first time I came upon one,
Oh yeah, you're done. Yeah, you're
I didn't even know they
fuck out.
existed because I was playing Fallout 3, and like my typical with RPGs, since I learned from Morrowind, I just go and explore. When you end up in a town and you don't know anything of the story of the town, all of a sudden there's 3 death claws coming out, and you're like, "What the fuck is going?" And then you die.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
That's how I felt about the Morlax. The first time one of them
Oh,
came
the
out of the water, I
Mirelurks,
was like,
yeah.
what the fuck is the crab people doing here? And I started yelling at
Crab
my
people,
team. Like,
crab
what the fuck?
people.
And I didn't know what to do.
I thought you meant Murlocs from like World
Like
of
the time
Warcraft.
So with that, we are at an hour now. So I want to thank John and Travis for joining us today. It was very nice, and this was very exciting to do, and to have everyone's, like it's been said in the chat, today. It's nice to have everybody's opinion on what we all think of RPGs and how we play them and what we think is or isn't one and stuff like that. So, gentlemen, again, thank you both for joining us tonight. And of course, thank you to Hefty and Josh, or JJ, however you know him, for creating these shows and,
We're
giving
just
up.
really good. Like,
What?
you're just really good about like hitting like the outro part.
I'm
like,
saying, I'm like
sitting there like, wow, this is pretty good actually.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe,
Yep.
and hit
Like,
that notification button.
Follow everybody, every except everybody has a YouTube with stuff on it except for myself, but subscribe to Travis,
Groovy Lava
Random
Squirrel
Nonsense, Hef TV. John has YouTube with videos of him playing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You can find it though. It's
So,
like Johnny
but
Wish or something.
all you have to do is if you go back to our previous videos and look at our comments, you can find John's YouTube that way. So
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Shit on that. I don't know what else to say, but we'll see you back here tomorrow night for Random Nonsense, where we're talking about nothing, because that's the best part of Random Nonsense. We talk about nothing. And then back on Friday with Tom and Amy back on their channel, and then Saturday for the heel turn, which I have a surprise for you. FD knows the surprise.
No, you're gonna like it. Yeah, you're
And
gonna
a table read tomorrow.
Hopefully you did your job. Hopefully you did your job for heel turn. So
you
Wait,
don't
did
know
say
what I've
something
done
about
or
hate
done
breed,
not done,
Travis?
sir.
Huh?
Did you say something about hate breed, Travis?
No, I said we have a table read tomorrow.
Oh, a table read. I thought you said hate breed. I was
Yeah,
like,
we're getting back into script for the movie.
yes.
Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for being here. And if my mouse
guys, go out there and do good things because nobody else is going to. For
You good?
But he was just saying.
I was just fucking with you.
Ready Player One, blow the dust off the cart. Mario Heart, Sonic on the run. Green Hill Zone in the dark. Link with the master start. Breaking all the pots for fun. Jump cut to GTA, stealing rides down the block. Saints Row, color spray, chaos on the crosswalk. Pac-Man in my head, walking through your map non-stop. I grew up on pixels and rage quits. Man, Street Fighter bruises on my thumbs again. Mortal Kombat shouting with my friends. Doing the basement, doors locked in. Every save file felt like home. From Halo rings to Tatooine sandstorms. My whole life's one long continuous screen. Yeah, video games raised me. Video games raised me. Vault door, Fallout Night, blasting roaches in the hall. Skyrim sky in my eyes, shouting dragons off the wall. TMNT on the floor, tasking nunchucks, living room roll. Power Rangers after school, jump kick off the couch. Spider-Man web sling cool, Red Dead horses heading south. Final Fantasy 7 heartbreak, cloud in my head, can't log out. I grew up on pixels and rage quits. Man, Street Fighter bruises on my thumbs again. Mortal Kombat shouting with my friends. Get over here! Doom in the basement, doors locked in. Every save file felt like home. From Halo rings to Tatooine sandstorms. My whole life's one long continuous screen. Yeah, video games raised me. TikTok digging down, pong-ponging off the screen. Pokemon teams and trading cards. WWE slamming the ring.
Take a look at this.
Nintendo Dreams, Sega Scream, Xbox, PlayStation War, PC One more match, then one match more. I grew up on pixels and rage quits. Made Street Fighter bruises on my thumbs again. Mortal Kombat shouting with my friends. Doom in the basement, doors locked